Welcome to Module 3 of the United Safety and Quality Council Internal Auditor Training Program. In this module you will learn how translation technology affects quality, traceability, confidentiality, and audit evidence. You are not expected to operate CAT tools yourself, but every competent auditor must understand the evidence these systems generate. By the end of this module you will be able to recognize major CAT tools, audit translation memory controls, evaluate terminology management, audit machine translation and AI workflows, and identify objective evidence and common nonconformities. Computer-assisted translation, commonly called CAT tools, help translators manage large multilingual projects. Although each platform looks different, they all perform the same core functions that auditors need to understand. These functions generate objective evidence that auditors use to determine whether translation processes are controlled. A translation memory, or TM, stores source and target language sentence pairs. When similar text appears in future projects, the software suggests existing translations. Benefits include consistency, speed, reduced cost, and knowledge retention. However, poorly maintained translation memories can spread the same mistake across hundreds or even thousands of future translations. What should auditors verify? Is the TM built from approved translations? Who performs maintenance? How often is cleanup completed? Who owns the TM? Is each client's TM separated? How are incorrect segments removed? Ownership is especially important. Contracts should clearly define whether the translation memory belongs to the client or the language service provider. Objective evidence always outweighs verbal statements. Auditors should request documented records whenever possible. Terminology management ensures approved words are used consistently. When terminology is inconsistent, confusion results. Organizations use glossaries, term bases, controlled language, version control, and QA enforcement to manage terminology. Auditors should ask, how is terminology approved? How is it distributed? How are updates controlled? Can QA reports verify terminology enforcement? Artificial intelligence is transforming the translation industry. The auditor's role is not to judge whether AI is good or bad. Instead, auditors determine whether its use is properly controlled. Organizations should disclose AI usage whenever required, protect confidential information, document AI-assisted steps, and apply the agreed level of post-editing. The following situations commonly result in audit findings: confidential text entered into public AI tools, machine translation used without customer approval, one translation memory shared across competing clients, no evidence of post-editing, no audit trail, no user logs. Case study: translation, memory contamination. One incorrect product name enters the translation memory, then automatically spreads into 11 projects. Customer complaint appears. Legal department notification follows. Many inexperienced auditors would blame the translator who made the original mistake. An effective auditor looks deeper. The root causes are missing TM maintenance, no verification process, incorrect segment never removed, and no preventive controls. The finding is not the typo itself. The finding is the missing system that allowed the error to spread repeatedly. Auditor takeaways: understand CAT tools, review translation memory controls, verify terminology management, audit AI governance, request objective evidence, and focus on root causes, not symptoms. Question 1. A single incorrect translation spreads into 11 projects. What is the root cause? Correct. Answer: absence of translation, memory maintenance and segment verification controls. Question 2. When auditing machine translation, what is the most important question? Correct answer: whether MTUs is disclosed, contractually permitted, and controlled with the agreed post-editing level. Question 3. Which is the strongest objective evidence that a translation memory is controlled? Correct answer: a dated TM maintenance log, together with per-client translation memory segregation. Technology continues to reshape the translation industry, but effective auditing still depends on evidence, traceability, and controlled processes. In the next module, we will examine ISO 9001:2015 requirements specifically applied to translation service providers. Thank you for completing Module 3.